Hello, guys. My name is Joel, and we are talking about the GNS 80 from Apollo that Garmin eventually bought. But that's the GPS system that I'll be talking about. First and foremost, I want to talk about what GPS is. GPS is Global Positioning System. So essentially, there are 24 satellites with a couple of spares that are roaming around the Earth. Great circle navigation, and with those satellites, if a certain amount of those satellites are detected from your GPS receiver, then you can get precisely the location of that. So with um, with four satellites, you would get 3D. Three satellites, you get 2D, and five satellites would be enough to get that vertical navigation. So the difference between global navigation satellite system and GPS is you might be thinking why I put a Kleenex box, but there's a great YouTuber. His name is Seth Jones. He's a DP out of Florida, and he pretty much says that GPS is the brand name of the GNSS. So a lot of people think of GPS as the whole entire system when it's not. It's just the brand name. So in this case, Kleenex is the brand name of a facial tissue, but a lot of people don't say facial tissue. They should say Kleenex. So about more of this Apollo CNX 80. So it first became the Apollo CNX 80. The first picture that I showed, the top left, it said the Apollo, but this picture right here says the Garmin. So in 2003, Garmin bought the rights of Apollo and renamed it to the GNS 480. It is WASP capable. It has the ability to have AHRS and ADC, and designed for light aircraft. So WASP, Wide Area Augmentation System. It allows the aircraft to find the specific location where it's at. Essentially, there are 38 fixed fixed satellite rooms that the satellites know where they are. So, in relation to where the aircraft is and to the fixed locations, ground based locations, the satellite can pick or can determine closer where the GPS receiver is. And there's also three stationary satellites that bounce back up to those, and those three geostationary satellites are fixed also, so they move with the orbit of the Earth, and they're located on the equator. And with all those satellites going, bouncing, and checking, we can find a better or a more precise location from where the GPS is. So it also has AHRS and ADC. AHRS is the Attitude Heading Referencing System. So it gets the three axes with the gyros, the magnetometers, and the accelerometers, and it all computes that with the attitude. And the ADC, the air data computer, gets all of its information from the pedostatic, then gets into a computation device to allow us to see the speed. So this is what it looks like. As you can see, it's a very small screen. It's not more than 4 or 5 inches by 3 inches. The thing I would like to note is that it's not a touchscreen, so you'd have to be very comfortable with flying with one of these, especially in IFR conditions. Um, as you can see to the left of the soft keys, there's the comms. So you can switch your comms, your VLRs, your transponder. Then the CDI, which is your $600 button to switch from VLOC to GPS. On the top right, you can see that there's an infrared window, and what that allows you to do is pretty much before you even start the plane or just start the GPS up, you can set up your flight plan on an infrared window, plug it in there, and once it's on, put it in there, and it'll already be set up. Then this a good GPS system for direct to and nearest, and gives you a lot of information about if you were super close to an airport, you can just fly there, or the directions and the winds, and it's a moving map as well, so you can see if there's other aircraft around you, and they color code the legs as well to make it easier for the pilot. And also, if you had, say, the AHRS and ADC enabled on the GPS system, then it'd be super easy to say if you had your for some reason you had a PFD and it got shut down, it like ran out of battery or something, you can just click on the system button and it'll pretty much have your own little PFD on there. So if you were flying RNAV and you're flying LPV minimums, and say your PFD went out, you can just switch over to here and read the or look at the PFD or look at the GPS system, and it'll give you data like the glide slope and the heading. Thank you.